I'm Latoya.
And I'm Darnell.
And this is the Medlocks Show.
First and foremost, it's your host, Lock VIP. I'm in the building. It's Liddy, HF to the death. So I've served some time in the military. You know what I'm saying? I did my little time and served Uncle Sam and whatnot. And during that time, I've had the privilege, like I said, to meet a lot of good people. And this is my brother right here. So I could tell my quick little story. You could tell your quick little story, how it all started. And then, matter of fact, you the guest. So you know what? I'm the host. I'm gonna defer to you. Let the people know, your recollection of how we first met, and then we can continue the show from there.
Yeah, no question. Man, we was on a train. We was in Korea. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where I was going to. I think we was going out. We had a break, so we going out on the train. I'm like, yo, someone dude, why does she keep drilling me like this? You know what I'm saying? You know me from somewhere. Remember when we was on the train? So I'm like, you know me from somewhere. You're like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? And that's how we end up linking. He said, yo, nah, I'm from New York. I'm like, why? And we started chopping it up from there.
That's what's up.
That's exactly how that joint played out. And you say, yo, matter of fact, I'm staying in the barracks over there. I'm like, yo, me too, though. Remember, I just got there. You was already there. Like, yeah.
That's wild. Because I thought that I met you in the barracks already. Like, I felt because you had the Bape hoodie on. I'm like, this nigga with this fucking white Bape hoodie, who is this tall ass nigga right here? And I just kept being you and all that. I'm like, this nigga here, like, your presence, your aura, like, your whole energy, that shit is like, it emanates off your body. So people could just, like, who the hell is in the room? And they could tell you in the room even if they don't see you.
Right.
Excuse me. But, so I had already was like, who's this dude? And I feel like I'm one of them niggas. So I'm like, I got to know who this nigga is. Cause you know what I'm saying? I feel a little, the energy is different.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, we met on the train first, then we linked back up. Remember they had the barbecue on the barracks, and we was like, remember we had to link it back up, and
yeah,
the Q money bags was there, but it was
we had the barbecue. That's right, Sos P and all of them came. Yeah. That was an epic barbecue too.
Yeah, Sos P.
That's a fact. That was an epic barbecue. Yeah, we met, man, and that shit just, real recognized real, man. And we linked up, and man, oh man, it was a beautiful time, wasn't it?
For Korea up, man, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, we keeping it moving off that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We did a lot of wild things.
Good time, man.
When when they see the interview with FaZe, they'll know, like, they'll be able to put everything together now, because we talked about a lot of career stories and all that. So
my boy Bottles.
Shout out to Bottles.
Yeah,
shout out
man.
to Bottles.
But you know what, though? You the first person who put me on to really got
Hood Fireworks classic.
Music. You know, I was out there and you had like, bro, come on, we're gonna record. You had to set up in the room. I'm like, what?
That's a fact.
And Mirror on the wall joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, bro, you need to do that shit. I'm like, for real? Yeah, you want to put me on.
We had the music. I had the studio set up. I had the inbox. I had the computer. I had the mic. And then it was me, you. We had my man Q. Dr. Harris, the great. Shout out to Q. Dot. We had my man Dolo, the motherfucking Don. Shout out to Dolo. We had Burr Weezy. We had my man Norwood. We had Sos P, and we had FaZe. So that was the clique, and we did music. So that was your first time doing music, right? You was recording.
My first time, yeah.
Dropped your first mixtape was in another country.
Yeah, first mixtape was in free. We had that shit turned too.
Yep. Shows.
Yeah. Had them playing it in the club, all that.
Had the DJs on Smash.
Word, had the DJ. Matter of fact, you got the DJ that slide up to on bass. I don't know how you got this Asian nigga on bass, but you got him on bass. He got there. What? You definitely, yeah. That's on, man. I said, yup. I said, you know, I'm gonna do the music. He showed me how to mix it down and everything. And we've been locked in since.
That's a fact, bro. That's what 2008,
Yeah.
2009, and we 22 right now. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Then bumped into each other on the desert.
Fast
You
forward.
remember that was wild, yeah. Remember?
Forward,
I'm like,
yeah.
yo, like that's you, bro. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I'm about to head out, bro. I'm just touching down.
Yeah, man, that was wild.
That was
wild.
love, yeah.
I was
And you know, you
leaving.
need that type of, you know what I mean? You in a war zone, you like, oh, whoa, I don't know. You making it out, bro, hold your head. Remember you told me? Yeah, bro, hold your ass. Bro, I'm working out.
Yeah, you was in the gym getting your weight up. Yo.
Probably. That was probably. I got to do hand to hand. They ain't cut my head off. I see the videos, dog.
Yeah.
This is war time. I was getting war ready. Yeah.
Yeah, we met back up in the desert and all that, man. And then so we gonna just cap it off. So in a nutshell, if you have anything to say to the youth out there, just give them some game about if they do decide to go that route. What would you do, or just give them some game on how to go about it and how they can maneuver through that situation.
Right, you talking about as far as life?
Going to the military, joining the military.
Oh, that life. Yeah, I got a nephew who just joined it. He just joined the military and he's doing that. And I told him, I said, man, make sure you have a plan when you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Like you'll get in there, you'll find out if it's for you. If it's for you, it's for you. You know what I mean? But if it's not, make sure you have a plan because they're going to use you and break your body down for whatever they can get. Make sure you have a plan so you can maneuver through and you're good when you get out, whether it's for school or whatever the case may be. You know how that goes. You're going to have to ruck march, you're doing all that. So you got to have a plan. But if you like the military, then stick with it. So he's in there right now. I told him that just like that. And he said, yeah, okay, go to school if you're going to go to school because they're going to give you an opportunity to get a bonus, go to school, figure out what you want to do. You know what I mean? So you got to have a plan. Because it's not all bad. You know what I mean? Some people, that's what they need. They get out their environment, they go ahead and they meet people like I meet you. You know what I'm saying? Like I met you, pardon me. And then you build these relationships. So everything, you can find good in everything.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Drop a bomb with that. You can find good in everything. It's all about your attitude and mentality.
Exactly. That's a big fact.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, bro. Like that's definitely a good take on that is to take what you can get out of it, and if it's for you, go ahead and ride that wave. If it ain't, hop out. You know, and you still have certain particular benefits as long as you do at least consecutive 24 months consecutively. Then you have your VA healthcare benefits that you'll be able to have when you get out, and then you'll also have secured a VA home loan as well, so you can go and get you a home loan for a house. And in addition, if you participate in the GI Bill, then that'll also award you some at least I think about 18 months of free college that they'll pay for. So all the youth out there that happen to come across this, y'all, if y'all want to go that route, it's a hustle. So get your money, do what you gotta do, and keep it moving. So now after you came home, thank God you came home without a scratch. I came home without a scratch. You know what I'm saying? That was a good look. The next step was you came home, and we was brothers, so we linked up even more, and we linked up in New York. We was in VA. We was still doing music.
In the Ville, North Carolina.
That's a fact. Fort Bragg, the whole situation.
Yep.
You know. And we continue to strive to chase our dreams, which I admire about us, you know, and that was a good time. So now, fast forward, we also everybody have a past, you know what I'm saying? Everybody have ups and downs. So your story is one of triumph, one of a real comeback story, you know what I'm saying?
Bounce back, baby.
Yeah, like round ball. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have your story is one of resilience too and strength. You know what I'm saying? And I think God is a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think the purpose. You know, we may not know it at the moment, but we know there is one. You know what I'm saying? Because he got us through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we still rocking and rolling. So we know we're here for something. So with that being said, talk a little bit about the challenges that you face with being in the penitentiary, and you know what I'm saying, and then we can talk about how we get through that to get to this point where we are today going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah, so for the most part, when I got into the situation, I came back from Cali. What happened was, you remember SPAZZ? SPAZZ,
R.I.P.
exactly. So he got killed. So I was living in California. I was doing my thing, going to school. You know what I mean? After I got out, like you said, after I came home from deployment. So long story short, fast forward, my brother gets killed. So then I go home to go to his funeral. While I'm home going to his funeral, I'm still doing music. I had the music jumping. And remember, I was in Valley, so I had the music live. That joint was turned.
Shout out to Sly.
So, yeah, exactly. Shout out to Sly. So we had some things going in a good direction. But when that happened, my head got a little messed up. We went to go bury him. I came back on my way to the studio. My man was supposed to be what I thought was my man. He was on my way to take me to the studio, drop me off somewhere like, oh, look, you know what I'm saying? I want you to view this shorty. You know what I'm saying? She bad. That part. So I'm like, okay. So I go up there. I can peep the vibe though. So when I'm walking up there, it's like some and the way they was doing it, they was trapping out a hotel type thing. You know what I'm saying? So when you get up there, there's a bunch of people, plus people live there. So it's a whole project, but it's not a project building. You feel me? So I walk past, I get the vibe, it's a door crack. I'm like, people looking at me real wild. So I'm like, oh, I knew what's going on type thing. So, long story short, we get in there, you know what I mean? They tried to rob my man, some things went down, some people got shot, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I ended up getting arrested at my man's SPAZZ. I was with his moms. We go to she never got to celebrate Thanksgiving. He died right before Thanksgiving. So she wanted to do like a Thanksgiving type party celebration for his passing. So like I told you, all of that stuff happened. So I'm just fast forwarding, you know what I mean, keeping in certain parts. So I'm in there at her party for bro. We in there having a good time. I hug her. I remember some few people, they going showing love to his mom. So everybody pulling up. My brother, David. So he tell me like, bro, they going to 7-Eleven. They stopping people going to the 7-Eleven saying that you fit the description of a suspect. So I'm like, huh? What's going on out there? So before that, one of my homeboys, he tell me like, yo, bro, where we had the party, let me break this down. Where we had the party at, it's a building, but it's a hotel. So you know how you can rent out hotel buildings, so you can have like parties and functions type thing. So all right, boom. So it's a building, but it's the hotel on the side, but this is a separate building for parties and functions. So right there, he said, you look right there, you can see him, it's a red camera and it's flickering. So I go, like I'm hugging on a shorty. So I'm looking like, oh, snap, hitting the black, like, oh, there is recording. So then my brother tells me that. So I tell my sister, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I might have to hop in your trunk probably to get up out of here. She's like, what? Isn't that serious? I feel like it is. I don't know, but I feel like it is. Fast forward, long story short, hug her, kiss her, boom. His mom's, that is, they kick in the door, get on the ground, slam me. So fast forward, I'm facing 2 attempted murders, 2 use of firearms, and they want me to talk and do all this. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. I wasn't there. Fast forward, I ended up getting 6 years. Long story short. So the person that took me to go to the studio and had me in the hotel room, he went and was ready to take the stand on me. So I got the paperwork. So that you know what I mean, it hit me kind of hard. It hit me real heavy when somebody that you love and you rocking with, and if you doing this, I'm doing that. Like my wife, you say, if you rocking, I'm rolling type thing, and you get in a situation, and you know what I mean, so it just hurt me. You know what I mean, it hit me hard, but I ended up doing 6 years, and yeah, and that's how that part started.
Damn, man. Congrats. I'm glad that you back. You made it out that situation, man.
Another hood fighters classic.
Like I said, you was a stand-up dude. Yeah, so I totally understand, man, that how you could. I can't say I was in that position one time. Since we sharing, we could keep it moving. But like pretty much put in some work with somebody, and I told the brother, toss the jump off because you already hear the sirens, you hear everything. Toss that, so just in case they won't find nothing about nothing. And
Right.
this guy, I slid off in the pool hall. He keeps the joint on him and do whatever. He get bagged up, whatever. They catch me. I ain't got nothing, whatever. It's nothing. But then days later, I came home from school one day and my grandmother telling me, yo, they circling the block, this, and that, the third. I'm like, what?
Oh, man.
So now my heart is pumping crazy. Next thing I know, I'm in my bedroom in my shorts with my bro, watching Belly, and
Watch your belly.
next thing I know, he go to the door because they rang the bell. He come back to the room. He like, yo, they said they got you for 2 warrants for armed robbery. And then they literally let me put some pants on. They ain't slam me and all that, but they took me out the room. And it's all because homie that I told to do toss the jump off. He let them know my residence in the whole 9 yards. So I had got caught up in that. But I got lawyered up. I ain't had to go to trial or nothing by the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? And joint got no build. All you lawyers in New York people, whatever no build means, they got no build, and I'm here today. So we good. So now that you've been through all of that, bro, you've went to war, been incarcerated, you know what I'm saying, went through turmoil and lost brothers and did music. It kind of got cut short. Now today, in current climate, you have a brother who's on the cusp of being a rock star, you know what I'm saying, to stardom. You got another brother that's, you know what I'm saying, I seen him doing all kinds of beautiful things with the boxing and, you know what I'm saying, he doing what he got to do. And then you got, you know what I'm saying, another brother who doing big things in the lodge and everything. And, another brother that came home and got another brother coming home. I said it's a beautiful situation. You know what I'm saying? It's the energy is a good energy now. So
Right.
talk to the people about like what you doing with your life right now and how you using everything that you've been through as motivation going forward.
Yeah, you know what they say, man. What don't break you make you. You know what I'm saying? And what can't make you makes you break.
Another Hood Fibers classic.
Yeah, that joint right there. That was like, that's the worst thing that could have ever happened to me for them wise. Anyway, I say that because for me it's the best thing, but for them, they gave me the opportunity. You thought you was hurting me by incarcerating me. You know what I mean? Teaching me a lesson, you know what I'm saying? But what was taught to me was that I had time to sit back and think. And this mind is a powerful thing to waste. That's something that they say, and it's the truth. You know what I mean? I got an opportunity to really tap in and sit down, no drugs, no drinking. You don't got no sex, so you're physically cleansing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm mentally cleansed. And I said that, and I'm like, oh man, I got a lot of stuff I can do right out here, like to get this bread, and I ain't even had to make these risks. So yeah, I put it together and I got a plan. So when I hit the streets, when I came home, I hit the ground running. I said, I needed to do X, Y, Z. I need to have this. I need to have that. I need to make sure, I need to do the school. I need to do this. So I had all these things mapped out that I had planned out ahead of time.
That's what's
so when it came down to me, I had my roadmap. Now, you can't plan for everything, but you can prepare for it. I was asking self, just in case this didn't happen, if this person was acting up, how can I get this? So I had me all different types of plans. So all I had to do was follow the roadmap. And you know what I mean? People, places, and things, those are the things you got to be careful of. People, places, and things, you know what I mean? The things for me was those things, you know what I'm saying? That was a downfall. So the people, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's around me, whether they banging or not banging, anybody that's around me that's not trying to do nothing to impart nothing into my life to grow, you got to go that way. And places, you know what I'm saying? I can't be out here like me. I can't be out here thugging and clubbing with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here fresh from home. I'm striving to get where you are already at. You've been out here. Right. So I've been missing 6 years. So I don't got time for to go out and party with you and sip pop bottles. Nah, that was cool. I'm fresh out. We did that. But I don't got time for that every weekend. Right. Bro, you trying to take a trip to Miami, Vegas? Nah. No, I'm saying I don't have Miami, Vegas money. I don't want you to pay for me everywhere I go. That's a fact. Man, I want steak. I don't want to buy a burger because I'm using your tab, but I really want a steak. You know what I mean? So I sat them trips out. And what I did was I put my plan together, worked it. First job I came home was a job like, yo, y'all got me digging in the trash, separating napkins. I was just telling wifey. I'm like, what? Bro, I got my first check, no lie. My first check, boom, was $150. So I'm like, all right, it's $150. You know what I'm saying? It might be because I'm working a week in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So I take that from me working a week in the hole. So after that, I'm gonna give it another try. I'm gonna try next week. So I do 2 more weeks. My second check, I'm like $250. I'm like, yo, all right, there's no way possible I can survive $500 a month in any world, you know? So I went back and I ended up quitting that job after break, but I stayed at it, ended up getting another job, doing some temp, I'm doing some stuff on the roof, doing some hard construction, but I'm sticking at it, you feel me? It's my determination. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna play with that because I can't get trapped into that. I already know that. I promised myself I'm gonna try this path and find out if it worked for me. Right. So I ended up going to an interview, linked up with this lady, and she gave me this interview from the job that I'm at now. So I went from being a temp to getting hired full-time, to applying for a sales job. So then I do the sales. So now I'm the head of the sales. Like
see how that go? You see how that go?
Like hard work, determination. Like the guy that was in charge of me, he left. So they be looking at me like, but I know how to do it. So I'm very organized. So I had to plan, bro. So pretty much it didn't break me. It just made me that much stronger, and it made me great because I'm realizing I tapped into myself. And I realized, bro, I don't got nothing to prove. Like somebody asked me, like, how do you feel? Somebody said, like, bro, you done changed or you sold up, bro, I done changed. Like, so you mean to tell me just because I'm not doing all the thugging and the stuff that you're doing out there that I want God to protect me and my family? So nothing makes me different from me or you. You're going to protect whatever you protected, whether you're proud of this, that, or third, I'm going to protect me and my family. So you can't say me I'm less of a man than you. That was my whole point, but I had to give it to him in terms that he can understand. You feel what I'm saying, bro? They said in the Bible, you go to each man, you got to speak to him in their language. Right. And they world. I can't go to somewhere else and talk to them, but they understood that. Like, bro, I'm just going this way with it. I did that. I don't got nothing to prove. I got to prove to my wife I can take care of my kids and I can be a provider. That's the best thing that you can do.
Facts. Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's the wave, bro. A lot of our youth get caught up, bro. They get caught up in the glitz. They get caught up in the fast money. They get caught up in the females. They get caught up in. Now they got social media, so they could brag about what they doing, and they get a lot of likes and stuff. So it kind of helps them feel like, oh yeah, see, I am the man. I am doing this. But they cut from a different cloth because from our era, the DNA we cut from, it's like we on some quiet money. We don't need to broadcast. We don't need to be showing racks on the camera and doing drills on camera and, putting ourselves out there. You know what I'm saying? So these kids, these young cats is in a different era. And I think that for you to say that, they need to hear stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so talk about how, like, you actually now taking a negative and turn to the positive. And when I say that, I mean, you was in the joint, now you out, and the only reason why you go back is to change the minds of the brothers and sisters in the joint, so when they come out, they on that trajectory to success. You know what I'm saying? Like how you have.
Yeah, so far, excuse me, I done went to 2 prisons, Dillwyn and Sussex. Sussex is where I left from. I was a high-level maximum security prison. So I was up there where they kept you locked down pretty much 24/1. So I went back there to speak to them, and I went back to Dillwyn. So I strive to give people a different idea. Like, you talking to somebody, I ain't never telling nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never, I'm a stand-up. Niggas can't say no flaws. So it's like you getting the word from somebody who is respectable. So all I'm telling you is you got your own choice. At the end of the day, it's your life. You're going to live it how you want to live it, you know? But you can take a chapter or a page, you know what I mean, or half a page, just a few sentences out of my life. And you don't have to go through this all over again because 5 years, boom, that's 5 years. All right, I'm 20-something, that's 5 years. That's under 25. Boom, you go out, you stay home for a year, then you do 5 more. Now you like 26, you know what I'm saying, going on 27. Man, it start taking chunks of your life. And if you got kids, it's taken away from them. So I just try to give people a different perspective. Like, man, you're going to do what you want to do. But what is you doing it for? If it's for your pride, this ain't worth it. Because you talk about your pride, you saying you got to get money, man. You out here fighting for a job that's paying you 15 cents an hour in prison.
But you don't want to take the jump off outside that's giving you 15.
But you don't want to work. Exactly. So I be like, no, stop it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I give it to them in their language. So stop it. Like, bro, you can't sit here and say you're not gangster because, oh, bro, like, nah, man. Bro, listen, the squares is out here winning. Like, you want to say squares and you want to use all this. You so gangster, but you don't know yourself, bro. You doing 10, 20. You fighting for your girl with a phone because she was the square that you ain't really rocking with. But he out here getting his bread. But then you fighting for somebody to get a job in prison for 15 cents, bro. So you will work. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So I give them exactly. So when I give it to them like that, they're like, oh yeah, bro, that's a good point. I'm like, yeah, put that to the side, dog. That pride, put that to the side. You don't have nothing to prove to no man or no woman out here because at the end of the day, you was born alone, you're gonna die alone. They're not gonna be in that grave with you, brother or sister. So you know what I mean? Focus.
Man.
Another Hood Fibers classic.
Man. That's why they got your ass in there talking to them niggas. You heard? You feel me? I don't got the bomb sound effects, but we're gonna drop a bomb to that joint. You feel me? And that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's so real. And I know when you be talking to them, you know what I'm saying, it be hitting them somewhere. And they go back to the cell like, yo, nah, son. Nah, this shit ain't it. You know what I mean? This ain't it. And my thing is like, if somebody's saying something, right, the way I move outside now is like, okay, if you saying something reckless, you just saying something reckless. Even though if it might touch me a little bit, because you might say something real crazy, and I might be like, yo, I'm about to take this man's head off. Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know I got a lot of responsibility, and they worth more than me taking your head off. When I weigh the balance, I can feel good temporarily and have a crazy long time to do, or I could just fall back, swallow the pride, and worry about coming home to my seeds. And that's more important than taking your head off. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of dudes, if they could just have that little split second to reflect, self-reflect, think about it, you know what I'm saying? They might switch, but then there's a lot that the way they was raised, the circumstances, how they came up, drugs may be involved, whatever. They might have that self-reflection and still decide that's more worth it, but then.
Check this part, bro. So look, an old head told me, right? He was like, man, well, pardon me. I read this one. You know what I'm saying? Old head was talking to this dude. He was like, man, how long did it take to get that time? He was like, nah, I went to preliminary hearings, you know, then I had to go to trial, blah, 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 you know what I mean? The judge gave me 6 years. He's like, you're missing what I'm saying. How long did it take you to get that time? He's like, I mean it. He's like, what you mean? He's like, yo, all right, so boom, you got an armed robbery and a murder case. So boom, you pulled the gun out. You tried to rob. You pulled the gun out. That was like 1 second. Mm-hmm. You put it on him. You know what I'm saying? About 2.5 seconds. You know what I mean? Squeeze the trigger. So you mean to tell me if you want to add it up to run it? So let's say you took me 20 seconds to get 20 years. Because that decision that you made that quick. You feel what I'm saying?
Another Hood Fibers classic.
People fail. They make decisions. Like, you never make decisions out of emotion. That was always, that's what I do. Like, you said, what? Like, you know what I mean? That's how I'm reacting. So I was told that you always reacting instead of, part of me, you always acting instead of reacting. There's a difference. Like, somebody say something, I just act, take off. You know what I mean? You do this, what? Like you said earlier, like, what? I won't feel in it, boom, it's jumping off. But that's a person who just act, and that's what they do. They just act instead of just thinking about it like, you know what? I view me punching your head through this wall. I'm gonna do this. The hardest part about leaving prison is that time when you're trying to make it home. Everybody hits you the most. They know you don't want to trick your time up. So he's like, you know what? No, you got me. we can go ahead and shake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but boom, is it worth it? You know what I mean? So that's the hardest part. But I took those saying all of that aspect, and I'm like, oh, I can do that out here. If I gotta be with you 24/7 and then I can maneuver through this. I can maneuver because I don't have to be around you, but I wouldn't be around you. If I ain't jacking you, hey Jack, you can pull up to me with some wild conversation. Like, what you talking about, dog? Like, come on, man. I can slide. You know what I'm saying?
I got legs.
Word, I got legs. I got space.
You know what I'm saying? For real, I got a whip. I got kneecaps. I got ankles, nigga. I could bounce. I could walk away.
Yeah, man.
You feel me?
But you know, you read that book, the Willie Lynch?
The Willie Lynch letter. I know of it. I've seen excerpts from it, but I haven't read it from top to bottom.
And listen, bro, something you should check out. You can just read part of the synopsis on that book, bro, and you'll understand this is what they meant to do. Right. It's getting the kids, the younger people, is getting worse as time goes by because they locking us up so much. Bro, the NBA young boys and all them, they the ones raising the kids.
Right.
Shout out to you, King. You know what I'm saying? You raising your son. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. You know what I mean? You've been in their lives. So look at the men that are becoming. You got the parents, he locked up. He doing 10, 20, or 5. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they listen to the rap music. All they show is the glory of the street life. Mm-hmm. They don't show when you watch a man get his head blown off, or you see this man face hanging. They don't show that side of it.
Nope.
Or you worried about them kicking in the door, your right-hand man telling on you. You get jammed up, your girl get, you know what I mean? She ain't kicking no bread, she fall off as soon as you get your time. Been there, done that. Yep. So it's like the parent, the man is not home to sit here and raise his son or raise the kid. So that's what they run into, to the streets.
That's a fact.
We used to fight, now they shoot.
Yeah, that's the ill part. That's why I said the DNA is different, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, you know, we need brothers like yourself to go in there, and even if it's just one person's heart that you could touch, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? That's you did the purpose, you did the job, and that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I know that you come from a family of religious family. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So that means that maybe that was one of your gifts, is to go back. You go through some things so that you can go back and show them a new way, and give them the scriptures and let them know, you know, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Because my what I found my purpose is, I'm more on the financial side of things, and I like to show people how thinking with the money. You know what I'm saying? Thinking with your money, how you can change things up, and how they kept a lot of stuff from us. You know, the average black family, bro, is worth nothing. The gap between what a black family is worth compared to a white family is worth is so fucking retarded that you would think, and it's going lower for us, but it's going more up for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think, like, you see all these cats with Bentleys and Rolls Royces and all these, you know what I mean, balling, but they show us that. And they say, yo, y'all, that's where we want to funnel everybody. You know what I'm saying? We've glorified those. Anybody that's a scholar, anybody that's a teacher, financial person, lawyer, whatever, we don't glorify them. So in the hood, you got a lot of kids that just want to play, either got a wicked jump shot, or they selling crack rock, or they want to rap.
Yep, or they want to rap. That's the point.
That's a fact, son.
Stereotype, though, that's a fact. And that's what they putting in our face 24/7.
I seen this vision too a long time ago. Even when we was wailing, I said to myself, if we make it out, I already know that that was only gonna be temporary, because we were so smart and so ahead of our times that even that was just a minute situation for us. You know what I'm saying? It was taxing on us, but at the end of the day, I feel like that was just temporary. I always felt like that.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know, iron sharpens iron, and the struggle, you know what I'm saying, helps. Struggle breeds hustle, baby. So you had to go through those things, or you ain't got no story.
Facts.
You know what I mean? When you looking back at it, I remember when I was sitting in the hole, you had wrote me too. Man, I was in that joint, I was like, man, this is wild. I'm in the hole again, dog. I didn't do nothing. I'm in there, and I'm spazzing on the trails. I'm spazzing on everybody, like, yo, so I'm angry. And then I get a letter and my boy wrote me. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know that I came right on time. The little small things, like for real, the little small things, man. But why put yourself through that type of hell if you don't have to? Mm-hmm. That's the sad part. Don't put yourself through that hell if you don't have to, man. And it's not like the younger ones, they don't want to listen. They just don't really have no, like who like you said, who do we have to look up to? Either the rappers, we don't got no lawyers to look up to. Y'all stand them old head niggas, y'all ain't talking about nothing. You don't have nothing, so how you gonna show me something? Mm-hmm. You telling. So you done told before, so I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like you say you like nah. You talking about, you telling me to go get a job, bro. You don't even got no money. You stay with your mom, so your girl. Mm-hmm. So how I'm gonna respect you? Like, you know what I mean? I'm out here respected in the streets. You want me to go into this world and be respected? You're not even respecting. You a whole clown.
Facts. And it's like, you gotta give them an alternative. You can't say, yo, stop selling drugs and do this if you don't have nothing else for them to do. Exactly. Show them what they can do, how they can get it, how they can make it work. They'll, oh, you know, I can do that. But if you just telling me to stop doing this and I ain't got no alternative.
You sound wild. Like, my kids can't, me and my boy Ray said, my kids can't eat no books, bitch. You remember that?
Facts.
My kids can't eat no books.
Can't eat no books.
Word. My kids can't eat no books, bitch. Yeah, be rare, man. Like, so I understand it. Facts. It's like the struggle because it's like those people not monsters, they're not savages. They just had a rough situation and they made the best out of it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't knock nothing. Like, I've been there. Stomach rumbling. You know, we done had our times, you know what I'm saying? When you in the thick of it, like, but it didn't break me. And I knew that I couldn't be stuck right there. I gotta strive for something else. I gotta strive for some greatness. So if I could do it right here, I'm gonna do it right here. Mm-hmm. You're taking them penitentiary chances. The game is changed, baby. It's totally different. Cameras everywhere. You ain't getting away with all that.
Yeah, man. So now, man, going forward, it's like, do you plan on giving back in a more broader sense of like maybe starting a foundation or maybe a nonprofit organization to where you can actually help the youth and change the youth? Because I've actually thought about that, and because I had told some of the older brothers that I know, and I was like, you know what, like, I don't remember who taught me how to tie a tie. I don't remember who taught me like how to like the difference between a tux and a suit. You know what I'm saying? Difference between, you know what I'm saying, just manly stuff that, you know what I'm saying, like grooming, you know what I'm saying, and how you maneuver, and, you know what I'm saying, colognes, and just being a man, bro. Like, it's the most simple things that we don't even understand that these other ethnicities or whatever is afforded and are getting, and we just like lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I wanted to start a foundation where we go out and we have classes on how to tie ties, how to crease your pants, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying, how to be a man, like more manly things, how to just do stuff in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cats, like, for myself speaking, like, if you ask me to go, like, before I had to get extra duty and all that when I was in the military, I ain't no shit about cutting no grass, nigga. Like, I ain't cutting nobody. Like, I'm a city nigga. I don't cut grass.
I don't got grass in Brooklyn, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about? I'm from the concrete jungle. We don't cut grass out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean,
remember that, though.
I just want to uplift our brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really want to do, and I want us to just take over the world. You know, in a different light. We got it through the music, but let's do it through the financial shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely for that. You know, D, he got he's trying to start. He in the process of starting this nonprofit. You know, he's been wanting to do that for a minute, so I'll let her help him out with that, though. You know what I mean? That's something that's always been on his heart, even when he's in Mount Olive, doing a nonprofit. You know what I mean? So that's always good. You got to give back when you're taking so much. It's only right. You feel me? Yeah, it's only right. Time, because the kids need that, all of that.
So this the last little bit. I want you to just talk about fatherhood now, man, and how that's touched the heart.
Yeah, man. So I got two beautiful daughters, you know what I mean, Kaylani, you know, and then little Sunshine, man. that's a great feeling. You know, that gives you something when you got unconditional, somebody who gives you unconditional love, no conditions. She ain't worried about it. I know when she first seen me, she looked at my tattoos like, yo, what is this tribal tattoo you got on? You know what I mean? She looked, hey, bro, you business. She looked at me wild, but, you know, it's a great feeling because there's nothing that anybody can tell her about me. She know her pops. She know my heart. So that's the best thing in the world. I look forward to looking at them smile on their faces. Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy it.
That's what's up. I see your cheeks when you talk about them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they give you that. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, man. My son, he boat-legged as hell too. He just be running around. I'm like, look at this little boat-legged little nigga right here, man. I made that, you know. And you want the best for them, bro. So they bring the best out of you because you want the best for them. I want for my brother what I want for myself.
Always.
You feel me? We always had it. It's just that we let the other stuff get in the way of the positivity and what we really was want, what we was really on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying about the brotherly love and all that. We really was really trying to be on that, and then it just you know.
Life happens.
Yeah, man.
Life happens.
You know.
Life happens. Yeah, she do. You having kids help you sharpen your focus. So when you get sidetracked, like sometimes, like you know, I can't take this at this job. Or I can't do this. They help you get them. You hear a whine, you hear that cry, and get that tunnel vision back. Me and my brother say tunnel vision. It's the only vision. So help me get back. You know, I'm going this way, thinking with it. Nah, let me bring it back here. My kids can't read no books. You know what, sweetheart? You right. I'm gonna stick with it. So that's why I don't understand why any man or woman want to be in their child's life. You'll never get that type of feeling. Enjoy watching them grow up. Yeah, you be exhausted, tired, but man, what? Love it.
Yeah. That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
So let everybody know, man, where they can find you at on social media. Let them know what's up and coming for you. And just go ahead and go with it, bro.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Before we get off, man, I gotta definitely give a big shout out to my queen, man. Yeah, Kiana.
Salute to the queens. Salute to our
queens.
Man. We love our wives.
He came through, and be honest, she was one of the, if I hadn't bumped into her, I don't know how my focus would have been. You bumped into somebody who helps complete you when you're going through something, and they bring a lot of stress, you know what I'm saying? And it took me for what it was and respected me as me. So she helped me get through that process so I could not get off of here without giving my baby girl some real love because through her, she helped be that backbone that you need to make sure you focus. Baby, you slip it and get back on track. Like, nah, I got you. Like, she done with me from the mud, bro. From the mud. So, you know what I mean? And it's only right she deserved a castle. We get it. That's why everything she wants, she got. You don't got to worry about it because been there. But you can find me on Redefining Everyday Design. That's on Instagram. Definitely. Doing a clothing line. So we about to get that back started up. You know, I just moved, brought the house, so I'm getting everything together. We're about to start back with the businesses again by the summertime, man. But I appreciate it, man. Miss Madlock, Mr. Madlock, for having me out here.
No
just
doubt.
Get the word and share my story a little bit, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. And the clothes is fire. We've already had you sponsor a couple of our YouTube videos that we've done. We got a couple YouTube reviews on some snacks and things, different things that we've put out. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely got the clothes on doing those videos, and we definitely support everything that you got going, bro. And we appreciate you for even giving us some time, man, to come on the show. We definitely gonna get back to a part 2 because me and Willow and all them, we got a situation where we're doing like a Instagram live, and we're gonna be coming together as brothers, and we're gonna be talking about marriage life, black brothers being married, black brothers, you know what I'm saying, being in fatherhood, and we're gonna start pumping that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna start pumping that, the different ups and downs and the trials, tribulations, and just, you know, trying to talk to the black fathers and the brothers out there that's married, just get on a different type of time, raising the frequency, bro. So we definitely gonna invite you in on that so you can jump in and chime in. So stay tuned, bro. We're gonna be hitting you up on that.
Fireworks, baby. Yeah, no question.
To the death.
Another hood fireworks classic.
You already know what it is, bro. Yo, salute to the family, bro. We love you, man. You already know what it is, bro.
Shady, man. I love you more, bro. You know what it is, man. Send my love to the family.
Absolutely, bro. We gonna holler back. You already.
See?
Another Hood Fibers classic.